We find ourselves at the stadium that played host to Super Bowl 52, the wondrous U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis. The scene a short time ago, this crowd decked out in purple, and they were in full roar as their guys burst out of the locker room. We're ready for football, folks, as the Vikings get set to do battle with the Detroit Lions. First quarter of the season already in the rearview mirror, and off we go in Week 5 on EA Sports. And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds, so really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line. They run out of the gun with Swift. And he'll get this out past the 45 to the 47. The game's first play produces 6 yards, brings up second down.
How about his performance last week? Over 200 yards. I think his decisiveness, one cut and he goes, that's what's really made him pile up the yardage.
And the yardage he piled up last week, easily honored with NFC Offensive Player of the Week.
I would have voted for him.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. From the gun, here's Swift. And he's going to get forward for about 5, but that may be coming back. What say you, Mr. Referee? Can see this quite a bit on running plays with the guys out wide. A lot of times, though, it doesn't get caught.
You're exactly right, because it's away from the play usually, so a lot of it goes undetected. But I know this will surprise you. I coached some receivers in the offseason. We work a lot on hand placement and blocking downfield. Might want to take that course.
It's a gain of 9 yards, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. Roethlisberger will throw. Open man here is Prohl. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. He'll get a dozen there, and the Lions have a first down. Here we go. 230. Here's a handoff to Swift. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Last week, of course, the great performance, over 200 yards. He still wants to be fed.
And they should. That's exactly what you should do. I have not yet met a running back that's run for over 200 yards that says the very next week, hey, let's back things up.
Yeah, I don't need it as much.
No, they want it more and more. They're going to be ready to go because they think that's going to happen naturally now.
And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. The Lions passing game in sync now. They've got another first down.
And the Lions first down.
On the handoff, this is Swift. Powers through him. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. First and goal, a chance for an early statement here on the road. Swift. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up second and goal. Maybe I'm wrong, but it looked like even if he had opted to keep that, I don't think there was going to be much to gain.
Seemed like it was perfectly defense, and know what they say. Those guys on the other side, they get paid too.
They'll run with Swift. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2. Driven it down the field nicely here on the opening drive, but now it's put up or shut up.
No doubt about it, because to make that type of a drive and ultimately kick a field goal would feel very disappointing. But I'm just wondering, is the head coach thinking, is this 4-down territory? Might he go for it?
Looking for Hawkinson, and he's got him. Touchdown, Detroit. T.J. Hawkinson, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Lions are going to take a first-quarter lead. Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Mond looks to throw on first down. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. It got his man complete. And they finally do get him, but not before he reaches the 27.
There's the arm strength that we saw in college and during the scouting process. And really, it's not just the arm strength there, but the placement as well. To me, that was an excellent combination of arm talent and accuracy.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Mond out of the shotgun. That's to Cook out of the backfield. And they'll get this down to the 10. Another good completion on the drive as the Vikings have a first down. So they gave up the early touchdown. This has been a pretty good response. Nice drive, taking it down 1st and goal.
And I know all the cliches jump in, right? Don't get away from your game plan too early. Make sure you're settled down. Don't panic. But it's all true, isn't it? Because otherwise, you get out of what you plan to do during the game, and it's still early. Don't get crazy because you gave one up. Just respond as you just noted.
And a short pickup there down to about the 9. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
It hasn't been a real good start to this game from a defensive perspective, but now after the incompletion on 2nd down, things may be changing. If they can come up with one more play, they might be able to get out of it with just a field goal attempt.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. And this ball is caught by Irv Smith. Touchdown, Vikings. Irv Smith Jr., his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Vikings are an extra point away from tying this thing up. And now before we get to the extra point, remember all touchdowns do have to be confirmed by the replay official. So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
One play has them up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Now Roethlisberger. Throwing left side, it's complete. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. 16 more on that one and another 1st down. On 1st and 10, it's Roethlisberger. This one caught. It's the tight end, Hawkinson. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 25 yards that time. 7-7, our score after 1. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. Roethlisberger quickly to the flat, and he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. 7 yards, the pickup there. 2nd down and 3. Now a carry for Swift, and he'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
3rd and 2, now Roethlisberger. A bullet throw, but incomplete.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield. They had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
Seibert's kick is good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So a good kick there. They put the bow tie on it with 3 points.
And let's face it, everybody wants a touchdown. We know that. But in the NFL, defenses are awfully good. You're not going to score each and every time. Be able to knock the ball through the post and take the throw.
By the way, I said bow tie. I meant just bow. Not the tie, but yeah.
Either way.
You got it.
I just went right past it.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Did they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. Thielen with his first catch, and it's a 1st down.
And it shouldn't come as any surprise that you say Adam Thielen made a catch, and it was for a 1st down. He comes off another solid season, over 900 yards receiving, one of the best routes.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off around the 41. And they will finally put it into the return, but not until he takes it back all the way inside the 10-yard line. They brought the house that time on the young rookie, maybe a little rattled through the pick.
And you have to be prepared for a lot of pressure as a rookie quarterback because most defensive coordinators are going to test you that way. So when you see that, the ball's got to get out of your hands quickly, and that means your receivers have to understand they have to break up their routes quickly as well.
Good yardage on 1st down. Now can they punch it in on 2nd and goal? Swift again. And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
And now 3rd and goal coming up, the loss on 2nd down. That just means this crowd's going to get even louder, and they'll get a little bit of extra help from the defenders as they exhort them to join them in the effort.
Able to hold him to just 2 yards, and now it's 4th and goal.
Well, it wasn't a big strike, but that completion put them in really great range. What do we have now, 4th and inches?
Yeah, it's not more than a half a foot.
You know what I would do here?
You would always go for it.
I'm one of those guys.
Seibert able to knock this one through. And the lead stretches to 6 here. It's 13-7. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Kene Nwagu now out of his end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked out officially at the 21.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
The catch and run, good for 24 yards. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. Now Mon. Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. A give to Cook out of the gun. And he'll take this one up close to about the 45. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. Mon looks to throw. A throw for Westbrook, but it's intercepted. Picked off at the 48. 2nd interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on it. His teammates are going to check on it because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you...
There he goes, right side. And he will be taken down, but a big play there as it comes just as we reach the 2-minute warning.
At the 9-yard line.
The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. Now it's Roethlisberger. And in for the Lions touchdown. T.J. Hockenson with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Lions are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by Seibert up and good. And the lead now stands at 13. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Kene Nwagu now out of his end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here.
Let's get off the field.
On first down, here's Mon. Flush to his right. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
Watch the pass. Watch the pass. Here we go.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Mon. It's caught. Smith. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down.
And Viking fans always remember that Kyle Rudolph held down the tight end position for the better part of a decade. But Irv Smith was drafted in the second round in 2019 as his eventual replacement. And that time is now. A first down catch there for Smith.
Mon to the air on 1st and 10. Flushed out right. He gets this one into the hands of Dalvin Cook. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And it'll be second and very short.
Second and inches at the 45-yard line.
From the gun, here's Mon. And that throw behind his man, he missed him, incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps to have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
Oh, not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete. More problems here on 3rd down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on 3rd down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Swinging this out wide here for Cook. And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line.
And they'll use him out of the backfield and sometimes quite a bit. They're just trying to get him touches any way they can. 4 catches a week ago. There's another one right there.
From the 35, back to work on 2nd and 4.
Strip that ball. Hey, check Mike 34. Mike 34. Stay with your man.
They go play action here. Mon. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down. This will be play number 9 of the drive here as they need 4 yards on 3rd down.
Hey, 50 the mic, 50 the mic. Quit talking about it and play.
Mon now off of play action. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off at the 20. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's the guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Throwing now, Roethlisberger on 1st down. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
So we have reached halftime with the visiting Lions taking the lead to the break. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Vikings set to receive the second half kickoff, and they trail it here as we resume play. Kene Nwangwu now out of his end zone. Now a hit and a loose football. And this is scooped up by the Lions. So they've got the football, and they'll start right on the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of the football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
Starting the 3rd quarter with Cook. Dances by him. Gets this to the 24 for a gain of 4.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24. They run it again with Cook. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a 3rd and about 4 for a first.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off near the 29, and he will bring it back. An interception return for a Lions touchdown. This D wanted to put it away before we even get to the 4th quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. On 2nd down, it's Cook. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
Room here to run. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A gain of 26 and a conversion there as well on 4th down. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 47. This to C.J. Ham, the fullback. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37. Gain of 9.
Good, sure hands there from a guy not accustomed to catching a whole lot of passes. But how about the way he was able to pull that one in and pick up good yardage?
On 2nd down now, it's Cook. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down. Off the play fake, Mon. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
On 1st and 10, here's Mon. And a quick throw here, that's complete. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran it a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line. But once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
And inside the 5 here before he's out of bounds, right at the 3. A good job defensively to hold that to 4 yards, and now it's 3rd down. Mon going to throw it. And this ball is caught by Irv Smith. Touchdown, Vikings. Irv Smith Jr. with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Vikings are able to close the gap just a bit. They'll look to throw. the pressure gets there, and he goes down. So he couldn't get rid of the football, and that deficit stays right where it is. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. From his end zone, it's Corey Ballantyne. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
Here's a throw right side, taken in by his tight end. Touchdown, Detroit! I tell you, for a defender, that's got to be a scary sight, seeing a big man like this with a head of steam behind him as he makes that catch and then turns upfield.
Yeah, normally when you talk about tight ends, you immediately begin talking about them rumbling down the field, but to me, he was pretty well gliding downfield there. Very athletic for a big man, and he takes this one all the way to pay dirt.
Kene Nwangwu now out of his end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who could make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else.
First and 10 at the 29-yard line.
Here's Mond. It's complete to Cook. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one goes for 24 yards. Mond looks to throw on first down. Catch is made here by Herb Smith Jr. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Mond out of the shotgun. And this ball is caught by Herb Smith. Touchdown, Vikings. Herb Smith Jr. there to make the grab. And the Vikings are able to cut into that deficit. They'll try and throw for it, eluding the pressure right. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. So unable to throw it in for 2 from the 2. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a 2-point conversion as far as how you're defending it?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage, put your heels on the goal line at worst, and if they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head because they're going to run out of space because of the back of the end zone. Never let a guy catch one in front of you.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts of the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better.
Touchdown, Detroit! Big Ben with his 4th touchdown pass of the afternoon. And the Lions are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead. Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And they open the lead up now to 25.
Vikings, 19.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Kene Nwagu now out of his end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Setting up the screen for Cook. No gain on the screen there at second down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Throwing again on second down. Mond. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off near the 29, and they will take over at the 29-yard line.
At the 29-yard line.
Mike's 54. Mike's 54. Pick it up, guys. Pick it up.
The first carry now for the BYU man. It's Jamal Williams. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces, and I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Hey, check 24.
On second and 7, Roethlisberger. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done.
At the 6-yard line.
Mike 54. You don't know no better.
Here's Swift. Stopped short. Down at the 1. Had the broken tackle, but couldn't get it all the way home. It'll be a pickup of 4, and it brings up second and goal.
Mike's my board. Watch the run. Watch the run.
Little spacing.
Mike, 54 is Mike. Check, check. Watch 54. Watch
Off the option, that's complete. And this will result in him losing yardage. Back to the 3. The second down play results in a loss of 2 yards. Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is third and goal. Now Roethlisberger. And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit. How about Ben Roethlisberger, his 5th touchdown pass of the afternoon. And the Lions use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. And now, of course, all scoring plays are reviewed, and I think they're going to take an extra long look at this one. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How's the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds? That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together.
The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Under pressure is Mond, and he'll go down. Charles Harris. What a play by him. That's going to go as a loss of 13. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for second and 23. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. What we just saw there, that's really been a common theme all afternoon.
A lot of pressure. That forced the errant pass. He's been under duress this entire afternoon. He just had to unload that one. He's fortunate it was just incomplete and not intercepted.
That is caught by Thielen. They get a big amount back, 18 yards, but they'll still look at a 4th down now. Here's Mond. They're going for it. That's to his running back, complete. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. Mond looks to throw. And now here is another interception. Picked off near the 44. CD, this defense, man, at this rate, they're just having fun out there right now.
And normally with this type of a lead, if you're a starter on defense, you're saying, hey, let the other guys play. But with this going on, no one wants to come out of the game. They all want their shot at picking off a pass.
After the interception, here's Roethlisberger. And it's caught, and he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Seibert on for the PAT. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Kene Nwagu now out of his end zone. And not a good return here at all as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
And he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line. Romeo Okwara in there to take him down on what will take us to the 2-minute warning. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. They're looking at second down now as they search for a consolation score. Amon's throw pulled in by Jefferson. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. On first down, here's Mon. That's to Cook out of the backfield. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
To the right side and complete to Jefferson. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Now Mon. Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call. Maybe a frustration penalty there because he's picked them apart.
They've tried their best to get to him and haven't done it successfully. A penalty as a result of that hit there.
Mon to the air on 1st and 10. Escaping the pressure right. He'll dump this off to Cook. And out of bounds right around the 20. A lot of effort there for just a 3-yard gain, and now second down. From the gun, here's Mon. That one into the hands of Thielen, complete. And with inside of 10 seconds, 8 to be precise, we get whistles and a timeout on the field. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. But a Viking was able to corral this one, and Minnesota will keep possession. One final shot. They'll look to throw. And this is going to be caught. So it affects the final score, not the outcome, but it is a late touchdown here on the game's final play. Doesn't affect the outcome, but, hey, nice job there to put it in the end zone for the final play.
Could it affect other things? Sometimes these types of scores are ones that we don't consider big at the time. Then later on we find out maybe not.
And, oh, it'll be intercepted. Picked by Jeff Okudah. And the Lions come up with a late turnover, but it will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now officially over. Well, an interesting